How's it going? My name is Joe, and we're going to be reacting to House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 1. Thanks for stopping by. Once again, my name is Joe from Joe Reacts TV, and if this is your first time, please stick around. I'm going to be reacting to a wide range of shows such as She-Hulk, Andor, Better Call Saul, Westworld, The Lord of the Rings of Power, and many, many more. If any of those intrigue you, please stick around and subscribe. As for this show, The House of Dragons, I have been decently anticipating the show. Game of Thrones, before it became what it became, was probably like my top 2-3 show of all time until the monstrosity of the last few seasons there. I don't know much about this show other than it's gonna be following the Targaryen reign from about 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. I don't know any of the houses, I don't know any of the name of the characters or anything. So I'm going in fresh, not knowing much. I have not read any of the books or anything like that. I'm strictly only been a Game of Thrones TV show watcher. So I am intrigued to see how many references and things I could catch throughout the season. And with that, I think I'm ready to get into the episode.
Heirs was failing.
Jaehaerys, okay.
In those days, House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength.
Alrighty, so that's a doozy. Definitely gonna take a while for me to get used to all the names of all the characters here. I really like the Targaryen logo as well. It is now the 9th year of King Viserys the First Targaryen's reign. 172 years before the death of the Mad King, Aerys, and the birth of the daughter, Princess Daenerys Targaryen. 172 years before. Okay. Dang. So cool to see King's Landing again, question mark, I believe. Especially after what happened to it at the end of Game of Thrones. I like the sound of the dragon, the sound effect. Okay, so this is the main girl of the show, right?
Welcome back, Princess. Leaves my head from a spike.
Syrax is growing quickly. She'll soon be as large as Caraxes. That's almost large enough to settle too.
Heirs is the name of the dragon. Got it. House Targaryen. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's pretty cool and crazy to see King's Landing. I'm liking the score right now. Kind of like how they're kind of intertwining the old Game of Thrones theme as well.
Ah, Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
Your Grace.
Good morrow, Alicent.
Did you sleep?
Allison.
I slept. Now take a bath. You stink of dragon.
King Viserys.
As commander of the watch.
Do you think Daemon is distracted by his present tasks?
Oh, Daemon Targaryen. Iron Throne. Matt Smith.
Serious. I never just about cake. You aren't worried about your position.
I like this position. It's quite comfortable. I know it is my duty to provide you an heir.
Man, that sucks.
If I have failed you in that, I am.
Jesus, just killing civilians in the street? Oh, just smacking them. The armory looks pretty cool. It has like that dragon scale chest plate. Oh, Jesus.
I can assure you, the sheep are prettier.
Dear me.
There you
You
go.
made a vow before the Seven to honor your wife in.
Damn.
I would humbly ask for the favor of the queen who never was.
Lord Stokeworth's daughter is promised to that young Tarly squire.
Lord Massey's son.
Harley, huh? RIP to the person that goes against Daemon. I like his armor too. Shout out to the wardrobe department. I wonder why he picked him. Yep. He's gonna kill his son right here. Damn. Took a hit there, Damon. Yep. Dirty play, dirty play.
Wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king. With wanton violence.
Oh,
70
man.
years these nights are as cold as
Jesus.
summer grass. None have known real war.
Jesus. Oh my God. That was a cool transition. Man, such a difficult decision. But not really. It just sucks for these two here. Terrible situation.
I'm making the first incision.
Terrible, terrible. Oh, Damon lost. Or got knocked off. It sucks because without modern medicine, I bet you that happened very often back in the day. Yeah, lost so much blood. And it's gonna be a girl. He's gonna pull a trick on him. Man, that's all bad. Greyjoy? Just kidding. Oh, no way. Man, dragons are just so cool. R.I.P. Mama Targaryen. Oh, and the baby, yeah. Pars. Yep.
My brother would murder me. Take my crown. Are you?
Yeah.
It would not be an aberration for the king to name a successor.
Who else would have a claim?
A daughter.
The king's firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. A girl.
A girl.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
My wife and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Yeah. Terrible.
I thought you might go to him. Offer him comfort.
In his chambers.
Crazy.
I wouldn't know what to say.
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
Sad, but you do what you must.
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
You're weak, Viserys.
Straight for the job. Got himself again.
Valerian was the last living creature to have seen old Valyria before the Doom.
Cool that we're getting history on this skull.
It's great.
It's the same one from the Game of Thrones series too, as well, right? In the crypt, King's Landing.
And now you've seen your king's guard down.
Answer me. I have wasted the years since you were born, wanting for a son.
This is always what she wanted.
I, Lord Hobart Hightower, beacon of the south, defender of the citadel, and voice of Old Town.
That actor looks familiar. If you know the name of the actor, can you put it in the comments?
Gusting out of the distant north.
I, Rickon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
Rickon.
Absolute dark, a king or queen, strong enough to unite the realm against the cold and the dark.
Winter is coming.
Everyone called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. Must be Rhaenyra.
So why wasn't the secret brought down to Daenerys? See the Game of Thrones thing right there? Okay, so that was a very interesting episode. It was a great start for the series, and the pilot has me hooked. Like I said in the intro, Game of Thrones was definitely one of my favorite shows of all time until the downfall of what the showrunners did in the last few seasons. It's definitely going to be fun having to relearn all of these names, places, houses, but it's a journey I'm excited to embark on. As for what happened in this episode, it starts with a little history lesson about the passing down of kings and who was ruling over the seven kingdoms. I believe it was initially King Jaehaerys. It got passed down to Prince Viserys, who is the father here. That's the king. And then now it's getting passed down to Princess Rhaenyra. It'll be interesting to see the reactions in the Seven Kingdoms regarding a female being a leader in the Seven Kingdoms, since they've never had that before. You already know Damien's going to be plotting, trying to do something to usurp the throne. And then along those lines, there's Prince Daemon, who is the brother of King Viserys, and he is the commander of the Watch. You already see his brutality when he barges into King's Landing and orders the Gold Cloaks to kill and have the Gold Cloaks run judge, jury, and executioner against the criminals of King's Landing. From there, Daemon gets a warning where it leads into the tournament, and during this tournament, they show the trials and tribulations of childbirth in the olden times. It sucks because, like I said in the reaction, without modern medicine, women during this time had to endure things like this, of having to choose your life or letting both you and your child to die during childbirth. And it's even worse because the child did end up dying as well. So it was just a tragic situation all around. And this death led to Daemon saying something along the lines of the son was the heir for a day or something like that, which is such a dick thing to say, especially when it's regarding your brother. Other characters that popped up, there is the Otto Hightower, I believe. He is the right hand of the king. He seems very loyal to the crown, and similar to King Viserys, he also lost his wife. And to help comfort the king, he sent his daughter to check up on the king. There were other people in the council as well. I don't really remember any of their names or their roles, but as we watch the series going forward, I'll hopefully grasp this and talk about it more in depth. Lastly, because of the nonsense from Daemon, King Viserys appoints Princess Rhaenyra to be the heir to the Iron Throne. And during that whole montage, it was pretty cool to see and hear all the different names of the houses. We heard there was Rickon Stark, the Baratheons. They shown a Dornish character during the tournament. It was just kind of cool, kind of hearing these names that we've heard so many times back in the Game of Thrones series. Also wanted to note that the cinematography was pretty well done. I know the cinematography was always well done in Game of Thrones for the most part, but I really liked it here. Also, along with the wardrobe department, the wardrobe was A1. I really liked the designs of all the dresses and the armor and whatnot. So good job, cinematographer and wardrobe department. A cool thing that was shown in the text in the opening of the show was that the show takes place 172 years before the birth of Daenerys, I believe. So there's a lot of wiggle room for new stories and plot lines and seasons. I hope the show goes for a while. I hope the showrunners don't try to speedrun it and try to go make a Star Wars spinoff. All in all, that was a very fun pilot, and I can't wait to see the battle for the Iron Throne between Rhaenyra and Daemon. So if you enjoyed the reaction, like the video, subscribe, and if you have any interesting theories or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you have any good points, I may read them out in the next episode reaction. And without further ado, I'll see you on the next one.